What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're going to be taking a look at Cape Fear, directed by J. Lee Thompson, starring Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum. Now, I love Cape Fear, but I love the remake of Cape Fear by Martin Scorsese. However, the original Cape Fear is a damn good movie all unto itself. Cape Fear, just the story of Cape Fear alone is just so simple, but it's so intriguing. And the actors in the original Cape Fear movie all bring their A game. I thoroughly enjoyed the original Cape Fear. I have now seen it twice, and I can honestly say it's one of my favorite black and white movies. I think Gregory Peck as Sam Bowden, he is fantastic all the way around. I like how he plays Bowden as this upstanding citizen, this well-adjusted family man. And when Max Cady, played by Robert Mitchum, comes into his life and tries to disrupt it, you see him slowly start to lose grip a little bit. And of course, the reason why Max Cady is going after Sam Bowden was because 8 years prior to the events of the movie, Sam Bowden testified in court against Max Cady, which got him a prison sentence that lasted an X amount of years. So Cady's now released after doing his time, and he wants to get payback on Sam Bowden, and he just starts to stalk him. He kills the family dog. He commits a lot of heinous acts that loosely get connected to Sam Bowden, and it's just like this cat and mouse game between Cady and Sam Bowden, and the performances of Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum really make this movie worthwhile. Like I said, Gregory Peck is great as Sam Bowden, but Robert Mitchum as Max Cady is phenomenal. I love how he plays him as like this sleazy con artist top guy. He's such a sleazeball, Max Cady in this movie. He's so sleazy, and he's not, but Mitchum just has that sleazy charisma, and he just has that laid back charisma to him as well. And the performance is fantastic. I love it all the way around. You know, especially near the end where Robert Mitchum starts to get more imposing as Max Cady. To me, it's where he really shines. But all his scenes in this movie, Mitchum is so good in this movie. He just captivates your attention the second he starts opening his mouth and starts talking and starts bantering with the other characters in this movie. I can't praise Mitchum enough as Max Cady. He's fantastic. And the supporting cast in this movie, they all do an exceptional job as well. You got the late great Martin Balsam, you got Telly Savalas, and you got Polly Bergman, and they all do pretty good jobs as well. Martin Balsam plays a cop friend of Sam Bowden, and together they try to do whatever they can to try and get Cady off the streets. But no matter what they do, Cady's always one step ahead of them, because Cady is dancing on that line between doing the wrong thing and doing the right thing within the eyes of the law. So they can't really pin anything on him, and they can't prove anything either. And that all goes a lot to Cady, who in this movie said that while he was in prison, he studied law. So you have Sam, who is a lawyer, and you have Cady, who studied law while in prison. So he has a good understanding of the law itself, and he knows what lines not to cross and just how far to take it without having anyone get suspicious of him. And that alone is just fantastic and just chilling stuff. How the guy who's after you has pretty much the same knowledge as you, and he's using what you uphold to his advantage, and he's making you pretty much like the criminal. It's that great, 180, which I thought was handled masterfully. It's beautiful stuff. I love it. I can't praise the story of this movie, and I can't praise the characters. They're all really well written for the most part, and they're all beautifully acted for the most part as well. I do have my qualms with this movie. I think Polly Bergman, who plays Sam's wife, Peggy, I like her, and I like the daughter, and I like the actress who plays Nancy, the daughter. But there are moments where their acting could be a little too over the top for my taste, a little bit too melodramatic for my taste. And I understand this movie was made in 1962, so you can go broad and go theatrical a little bit. But I think with the tone that this movie has, like this serious psychological thriller type tone, I think their acting could have been a little bit more understated. For my personal view, they're not horrible in the movie whatsoever, but they got moments where they're like borderline, or it's borderline hokey, is what I'm trying to get at. And you also got characters that don't really need to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Martin Balsam's character can be there. Telly Savalas' character can be there. He plays a private eye. But near the end of the movie, Telly Savalas' character is kind of like thrown out. And then we had this other character called Kursick, who doesn't do anything and gets killed off by Katie. What I would have done is that I would have combined the Kursick character with the Telly Savalas character. That way you eliminated Eustace's character. You give his traits to the Telly Savalas character, and you give his character a little bit more things to do instead of what he does in this movie, which he's fine. Telly Savalas does a great job, good performance. I like the scenes that he's in, but I would have loved to have seen him more in that final battle instead of the Kursick character, who's pretty much there as a throwaway character, pretty much. But other than that, this movie is masterfully directed. This movie's got Alfred Hitchcock influence written all over it, from its pacing to its atmosphere to the tension that you can cut with a knife. It's complete Hitchcock, and it's great. And the climactic battle on Cape Fear on the houseboat, awesome, intense written stuff. Can't praise it enough. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the original Cape Fear from 1962. Overall, this movie's excellent. If you have not seen it, what are you waiting for? Give it a watch. And if you have seen it, let me know if you like this movie, and let me know if you if you think the remake is better. But with all that being said, the overall grade for Cape Fear is a 9 out of 10. Great movie, perfection. I love it. It's officially now in my regular rotation whenever I need a quick movie to watch. Because Cape Fear, once you put it on, you can't keep your eyes off it. So yes, 9 out of 10 for Cape Fear. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, of course, down below. As I mentioned earlier, like this video and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.